I've been going live on Twitter just a couple of times so far, and I just did that the second time this morning, and because I saw this like garbage truck ahead of me, not a garbage truck, but I saw this gangstalker truck ahead of me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start recording now because I know they're about to do something when I walk by, and they probably would have, but then sometimes when I start recording, they'll pause it. They'll pause the show. Like it never really stops completely. Sometimes it will for like a couple minutes or whatever, like 1 minute or 2 minutes, whatever. But it usually like it doesn't stop, but they'll make it more subtle. So like I walked by this tan truck and this guy was just like in the back seat of the truck and he just like steps away from the truck as I walk by him. Just kind of like he just kind of like moves a little bit when I walk by him. Like they'll just make like slight movements and stuff that, or they'll do things that I can't really catch on camera. It's either too far away or too subtle. So they're just doing all these subtle things for like the first 5 minutes of the video or something. It was just really subtle. There wasn't any traffic on the street really. And they were just doing all these things that like I guess just trying to make me look crazy or something. I don't know. I don't know if they're doing that because they don't want people on Twitter to see this or what. But like the other video that I did, the first video that I did on Twitter last week or whatever, a couple days ago, it it was really obvious. So I don't know. I don't know why they do it or like what the reasoning is behind it for them to just pause the show all of a sudden, because then they come back out later in the video, like they're back after like the first 5 minutes. It was still kind of more subtle than usual, but at certain points though it's not. But it just took them a while to like do their stretches and come out, I guess, or something. Like they weren't awake yet or something. But and then like right at the end of the video, I just like stop. I just like stop and stand for a second, cause like I was about to turn off the camera. And I was like, look, here's this white car pulling up with these white cars, and then this cop turns across the street from me. Like he's over at the VFW parking lot across the street from me. He just turns into the parking lot and just parks right across the street from me. Synced up with the white cars. But the other video though, the first video that I did on Twitter, this FedEx guy, the same FedEx guy, I would upload it, but it's like it's like a 13-minute long video. So just go on my Twitter. I have it pinned at the top of my page. It's the first video on my page. But The same FedEx guy throughout the whole video kept syncing up on me. And the train horn kept syncing up on me. But like the same FedEx guy kept pulling up, parking, and like going in the building synchronized, driving by me synchronized. But I don't get it though. Like I don't get them. Like why they get shy sometimes. Like I'm just trying to figure out like why. Cause other times they're not. But then other times, like they'll be all in my face, gang stalking me blatantly, and then right when I turn the camera on, they just go disappear, or they just stop moving. And then I walk by them, and they're just like, and that's it. Like they'll just move slightly right when I walk by them. Like, there was this one video where I was walking up to these cops they were outside of their cop car or whatever. Like they were getting something out of it or whatever. But like as I'm walking across the street, they're just like making slight movements, like moving their arm or whatever. Like they're just like they're just like standing completely still, and they make like a slight movement right when I step over the curb. And I can't even catch it on camera because like they're so far away from me, but I can see it. You know, and they'll do things like around me, like that, even like that I can't record really. But I don't know. It's just fun. It's just kind of funny to me how they do that. And they were saying crazy synchronized again. And then the one guy, he was like, "It's cooling down out there, isn't it?" I think it was because the the gang stalkers were hiding out there. Is why he said that. It's cooling down out there. I don't know. They always say it's hot. It's it's hot in here. But yeah, they've been saying crazy synchronized around me. The word crazy. And then they're always saying things like the thing that I'm doing or the thing that, or like, it's hard to explain. Like when I'm at work, like if I make a mistake on something, there would be people laughing across the room synchronized, or like the other night I heard this person like, get together. And it sounded like they said my name. It sounded like they were like, get together, Chase. There's a cop driving by me right now. His siren's going off, and he's syncing up with white trucks. There's two cops driving by with their sirens going off. But yeah, they'll say things to me, like having a conversation to someone else. They'll say things like at me, like over by me, that are like I said the other day, that like I was listening to music and the song lyrics came on that are like, these people over next to me, they said the words that the person was singing on the song as they sing it. It's like 3 words or whatever. I forget what song it was or what, but they said it at the exact same time that it comes on the song. Like just in a conversation, they're saying these words that are being sung on the song at the exact same time as the song. There's another siren starting up right now. Um, so those do things like that. Like there's other examples that like I'm trying to think of, but I forget like what they said. But they always do things like that when I'm at work, especially, or just like when I go inside of a building somewhere, there'll be people having conversations like that. What's this? A fire truck or something? Stopped. There it is. And they always say the word cat synchronized too. Just be like, yeah, I got a new cat yesterday. But they're saying cat right at the time that I'm doing something, right at the exact moment that I'm doing something. They say the word cat. It's just all the time. And like I've said it before, but they're always saying stuff about like jail. Like jail, death, or dead, or dying, or killing it, or whatever. see a white van and a white truck with one headlight, and another white truck, and another white car sinking with the one headlight truck, and probably a bunch of other ones that were in the background. And they're black and silver. Just always people walking out in the hallway synchronized. Always. Always in the hallways. Then my toilet was sinking up again this morning. Like when I walked over here, it was like. And it kept doing it over and over and over. Like some days it just does it over and over. Like every 2 minutes. It sounds insane, I know. It does, I know. And I don't get how they do it. I don't know how plumbing works, but somehow. Because it does it all the time. You know, if it was just doing it for one day, then I'd be like, well, maybe I'm just going crazy. I just see all these gang stalkers everywhere, so maybe I'm just overthinking it. You know? But when it happens, like every day, then it's not a coincidence anymore at all, in the slightest. Just like this red car and all these other cars out here. And there's a person with a red shirt walking out, and the red car drives around the corner. And then there's a white SUV coming and parking right next to me. Just like them. Oh, white SUV, he's got a B2 license plate and a red shirt. Just like backed up and pointed at me and then turned again to park again. I guess to show me its B2 license plate and also just to point the car at me. I don't know. My refrigerator just turned on right now, you hear it? Right now. And that's also where those people walked out in the hallway a minute ago. It was right here. Did you hear it turn on right there? It's always doing that every day.